Hello everyone and welcome to the Calvin Tobin Show. I'm your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Alright, with the NBA playoffs closing in on us, the NBA play-in tournament is just a week away on Tuesday, May the 18th. Now, before playoff time, here are 4 teams that you should watch. The Boston Celtics, the Charlotte Hornets, the Indiana Pacers, and the Washington Wizards. Now, why did I mention those 4 teams? 1 is because they're all in the Eastern Conference. 2, they're the 7th through the 10th seed. And 3, they're all within 2 to 3 games of each other with 3 to 4 games left to play in the regular season, depending on which team it is. Now, the team with the biggest chance to get that 7th seed is the Washington Wizards. Why? Because they've won 15 out of the last 20 games. Absolutely insane. And it's all because of one guy. Technically 2, but really just one guy. And it's Russell freaking Westbrook. Because over the last 15 to 20 games, he's been getting a triple-double left and right. And you can't stop Russell Westbrook from getting a triple-double, especially over the last 6 games. Over the last 6 games, he's averaged 26 points, 17 assists, and 15 rebounds. Absolutely absurd, insane, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. You can't name a single player on the planet and who's ever played that can put up numbers the way Russell Westbrook has in the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games when it comes to the triple-double. Now, with the triple-double, he is now the all-time leader in triple-double and could be officially known as Mr. Triple-Double, because now he has 182, and the record was previously held by Oscar Robertson with 181. Now, with Russell Westbrook for the rest of his career, he could get 200, he could get 250. Who knows? All we know is that Russell Westbrook cannot be matched when it comes to the triple-double. It's absolutely absurd. Now, with Russell Westbrook getting that record, people are saying, is he a top point guard of all time? Is he the top? I say no. My top 5 are Magic Johnson because he has 5 chips and is number 3 on the all-time assist list. Steph Curry because he's the greatest shooter of all time with 3 chips and is bound to break the all-time 3-point record. 3, Isaiah Thomas because he is top 10 on the all-time assist list. 4, Chris Paul because he is top 5 on the all-time assist and steals list, and then it's Russell Westbrook at number 5. Now, the reason he is not in top 3, in which he could be, is because he doesn't have that championship. He's been to one in 2012 with KD and James Harden, but he hasn't gotten to that level or back to that level since then. Now, the reason I say Washington has the best chance of getting that 7th or 8th spot, I know Boston has it at 35 and 33, and Washington is 32 and 37, but Boston just lost a very great player in Jaylen Brown to a ligament injury. He tore his ligament in his left wrist, and it was a huge loss for Boston because I don't think Boston is going to get as far as they have the last 3, 4, 5 years as getting to the Eastern Conference 3 times, but not the NBA Finals, because Jaylen Brown is out for the rest of the playoffs no matter how far the Boston Celtics go. Now, speaking of playoffs, the Lakers look like they're back with Anthony Davis because he scored 42 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and blocks against Phoenix, and the Lakers look like they were back to normal. Now, LeBron is returning tonight against New York, and we are going to see if LeBron can get back to his level MVP level the way he was a few weeks ago. Now, it's going to be hard if he can because of that high ankle sprain, because he's going to have to play with discomfort for the next few games, or if he's ever going to get back to normal, because he has said he is never going to be 100% the same again. And that's a huge deal, a huge something coming from LeBron, because LeBron is one of the greatest, if not the greatest basketball player ever, but we can beg to differ between Kobe, MJ, whoever you want. But can LeBron be able to get back to that level that he was earlier this season and be that MVP caliber player that he's always been? Now, speaking of basketball, everyone is saying Steph Curry MVP, Steph Curry MVP. He is not the MVP. He had a good month in April with getting 96 threes and scoring 36 points a game, and is still doing so right now through the rest of the season. Now, if he was doing this most of the season, if not all of it, he would definitely be the MVP. But you can't give a guy the MVP if he's having a good story at the end of the season. You got to give a guy who's been the best player all season long. Maybe Embiid, maybe Jokic, maybe Luka Doncic, who knows? But I say it's Jokic because he's led a Denver Nuggets team to 44-24 in the top 4 seeds of the Western Conference, and he has done it without Jamal Murray, and he has a torn ACL, and he is going to be out for the rest of the year, including playoffs, which is very sad. And unfortunately, the Denver Nuggets might not go that far, but we'll see, because Jokic is on that MVP caliber player right now, and he could get the Denver Nuggets to the Western Conference Finals, maybe even the Finals. Who knows? Now, here is the most surprising news out of everything that I talk about. Tim Tebow, let me say that again. Tim Tebow is back in football, and he is being signed by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And the biggest reason is because Urban Meyer is the head coach. Now, everyone is saying, oh, this is ridiculous. Tim Tebow should have not come back to football. It's been 6, 7, 8 years since he's last played. Now, I completely agree with that to some level. But the only reason that I disagree with that is because the best coach that has ever been able to coach Tebow is Urban Meyer. He got 2 national championships at the University of Florida. And no one has been able to coach Tebow better than Urban Meyer. And maybe he can get Tebow back to that maybe level of caliber player at the NFL to some degree. But he is 33, 34 years old. Tebow is not going to be the same player he was in college or what he did in his first couple of years at Denver. He's aged, and will he be able to take those hits as a wide receiver? Because it's a lot different being a tight end than it is being a quarterback. Can he get hit all the time? Is he able to catch the ball very good? Because even though that Urban Meyer is signing Tebow, I do not think he is going to be the starter come season time, and I don't think Urban Meyer is going to get Tebow at the level he thinks he's going to get. All right, that's the end of the Calvin Tobin Show. I'm Calvin Tobin. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any sports media. And make sure to follow my Instagram page at Calvin Tobin Show so you don't miss out on any sports news. And I'm out.